Hey guys, just before we get off into my test hand video, I just wanted to mention a couple of things. First off, you will notice that the camera does tilt a little bit throughout the video, more so near the end. My only explanation for this is, well, just take it as your opponent getting extremely tilted when he realizes that he's going up against Dragoon.deck. So take that for what you will. And also, there is a little bit of a glare on some of the cards. We are testing out some new lighting. So just for whatever reason, it was a little bit worse just on the right side of the mat versus the left side. So I do play the cards more on the left side so that you guys can see them better. So just wanted to mention those couple things, get it out of the way. And yeah, let's just get off into the video. Alrighty guys, welcome to my Dark Magician test hand video. I promised you guys a test hand video in my deck profile. If you haven't checked out the deck profile yet, definitely go and check that out. It was a banger video. Shout out to my editor, of course. He did an excellent job with it. But now guys, we're gonna go into some test hands. Of course, before we get into the nitty gritty, just wanna mention to make sure to give the video a like, make sure that you comment, let us know, hey, like what's your favorite card of the deck? Let us know, and definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you really like what we do here at the game nights. And yeah guys, definitely give us a follow on Facebook and also share the video. We always super duper appreciate it. So going off into my one combo that I will show. These are just flipped over because these are just obviously any other 3 cards in your opening hand. But the main combo is going to involve the Rod and the Magician's Souls. So the first thing that you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to normal summon the Magician's Rod, and then you're going to activate the Rod effect. So then your Rod is going to search you for the Soul Servant. And I have the Soul Servant in hand with the rest of your stuff. You're then going to activate the Souls effect. You're going to go ahead and reveal it, and you're going to go ahead and send. All right, so then you're going to go ahead and send your DMG. Now keep in mind that the DMG is the important part here because you're going to want to pot of greed off of the Soul Servant. So you're going to want to send the DMG for sure. Then that is going to go ahead and special you the souls. So you still got your Soul Servant in hand plus your 3 other cards. You're then going to go ahead and link these off. Before you link off the souls, you can also ditch some cards if you want. If you happen to, like, say, open a ref and you just want to replace it, you can use the souls first before you go ahead and do this. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and link off into my Verte Anaconda. You are then going to activate the Verte. You will send your Red Eyes Fusion, of course, and then also sending your Dark Magician and the Red Eyes Black Dragon. And then that's going to put out the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So there's the Dragoon. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the Soul Servant. So then the Soul Servant is going to stack. Now in this case, this could all depend on what you have in your hand. As of right now, I'm just going to say that I didn't open the Dark Magical Circle, so I'm going to go ahead and stack the Dark Magical Circle. Like I said, this literally depends on what you have for your other 3 cards. Get a little cut. Of course, this card will be stacked. And now we can go ahead and banish the Soul Servant, and now we can draw into the circle that we had stacked and into another card. And obviously this could be literally anything. The key here is to just show you guys that it does turn into a pot of greed. And then if you want, you can also trigger off the circle. You can hope that you can draw into Eternal Soul if you didn't open it, just so that you have another interruption with, of course, Circle and Dark Magician. So yeah guys, so that is the main combo there, to be able to basically pot of greed. So that's it for the one combo that I will show, just because this is a pretty heavy control deck. There's not really a whole lot of other combos really to show. So now I'm just going to go off into some test hands so that you guys can see some consistency. All right, just do a little bit of shuffling here on camera for you guys, just to show you that I'm not stacking any cards here. My deck can naturally do that, so it's not like I have to. All right, so I'll get myself a little cut, and let's see what we open for our first 5. So, Apprentice Illusion, Magician's Souls, Magician's Rod, another Apprentice, and an Eternal Soul. Obviously, I'm always going to go ahead right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon the Magician's Rod, and then I'm going to go ahead and trigger the effect of Rod. We're always going to go with either Soul Servant or Circle in most cases. So in this case, I'm going to go Soul Servant because I did open the Souls. So once again, I can go ahead and have my draw 2 little combo. Then, of course, we are then going to trigger off the Souls. Keep in mind, the important one is going to be sending the Dark Magician Girl off the first send. That's going to special the soul. Since I don't have anything that I want to send with souls, I'm just going to immediately link these 2 off, and that is going to link me into my Verte Anaconda. And then in this case, I'm going to go ahead and now use my Verte effect, Ref, Dark Magician, and Red Eyes Black Dragon. And of course, the Dragoon right here. So remember guys, we still got Soul Servant, so this is when we are going to go ahead and play the Soul Servant. Since we have the Eternal Soul, definitely going to be stacking the Dark Magical Circle. So we have another option there. Again, just little on camera shuffling. So Lazy Circle is now stacked. Put it on top of the deck. I'm then going to banish my Soul Servant. Is now going to draw me into the circle, and ooh, I also drew into a Magicalized Fusion, so that's going to be really good for follow-up. If they happen to somehow out my first Dragoon, I can go ahead and make another one off of the Magicalized, or I can make a Dark Magician's if I want. Just really all depends on the scenario. So then I'm going to go ahead and play the Dark Magical Circle, and then that's going to allow me to reveal 3 more cards, see what I get, and it's just going to be another circle, which is a-okay. These 2 cards are pretty good. I'm going to value the droplets over the Prosperity in this case, so I'm going to stack those. And then this is what we are left with right now. Of course, we're going to set the Eternal Soul, just so that we have that interruption there. And then, yeah, we can also use the Apprentice, so if they try to run over my Dragoon, I can use the Apprentice to just boost its attack. I can actually do this twice, because I have 2 apprentices, so I can make sure that Dragoon goes up to a ridiculous attack amount if I really want. So yeah, didn't really see a whole ton of like other interrupts, you know, the things that you would love to see off of the Soul Servant, like maybe Imperial Order, Impermanence, Strike, Judgment, any of that stuff, but that's okay. Dragoon is pretty good. You obviously have plenty of Dragoon fodder here in this hand. You could obviously just like pitch one of these if you really don't think you need it, or even pitching the other circle, but I would keep the circle just in case maybe they, you know, Cyclone it or Twin Twister. So yeah, so that's going to be the first test hand. We'll do another one here, see what we get. Pour some on camera shuffling. Alright, that one's gonna give me a cut. Alright, let's see what we get. Ref? Okay, well, this could be a ref hand. We have Strike, we have Magician's Rod, we have Double Strike, and we have Souls. Oh boy. Okay, well, this is where you're really going to have to decide what you guys think is going to be the better play in this situation. Obviously, you do have the Double Strike to kind of back up the Dragoon, which is pretty strong, not going to lie, but you obviously could also use your Souls and your Rod. That either way is going to get you into Dragoon. And of course, since you're not going to be using the other ref, you can just go ahead and replace the ref with Magician Souls. So this really depends on what you want to do with it. Pretty straightforward. I don't know if I really need to show you guys. Either way, you're going to be able to get into Dragoon. You obviously already saw me do my combo with the Souls and the Rod, so you literally can do that same thing if you want, or you can just play the ref. You'll probably have something better to discard than any of these cards that you have if you go with the Rod and the Souls. I'm just going to go ahead and draw another 5 cards. Just want to reshuffle here. Those hands are always tough sometimes because you never really know which hand, like which decision is the better call. But honestly, I think with just what you had in the hand, you probably would have been more advantageous just to try to make the Dragoon off of the Verte, because then you could try to draw into more interrupts along with the strikes, and that's pretty good, guys. You probably won't have very many life points left after that, but hey, as long as you got at least 1 life point, and your opponent's not going to be able to, you know, out that Dragoon, or you're just going to be able to, you know, abuse Dragoon and, you know, burn his life away, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to do another cut here, and then we'll do another opening 5. So we have Soul Servant, we have Apprentice, we have Souls, Dark Magician, and a ref. Okay, so once again, this is going to be another hand where you have to decide. Honestly, because we didn't see a whole lot of interrupts, like we didn't see like a double, like we didn't see Strike, Judgment, or Importer, or anything like that, I would probably go with the play of making the Dragoon off the Verte, and then using Soul Servant to be able to draw you more cards, so possibly some more interrupts. So I'll quickly play this hand out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and pitch the Dark Magician to special the Apprentice. Apprentice is then going to add me another Dark Magician. So really, really nice when I see Apprentice and Dark Magician in the hand at the same time, just because I can just replace the Dark Magician. Allows me to get one into the graveyard, so I can already use Soul Servant's ability to draw me a card. Then I'm going to go ahead and play the Souls. Since we already have the DM in the graveyard, I am just going to send the Dark Magician Girl. So we'll go ahead and special the Souls. Once again, like I mentioned earlier, since you're not going to be using the ref in your hand to be able to make the Dragoon, you have the Souls. One of Souls' abilities to just
ditch, you know, spells or traps from hand or field to be able to draw cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and pitch the ref, and we're going to go ahead and it's going to draw me into another apprentice, and that's honestly more than fine. I can use this as like just a hand trap, you know, attack manipulation. Again, if they try to just smack over the Dragoon, say if I'm playing like Drytrons and they play the Draconids, they're obviously going to try and smack over the Dragoon with that, or at least even just crash into it just to get rid of it. Not even going to let that happen because I have the apprentice. So then I'm going to go ahead and link these two off, of course, into, you guessed it, good old Verte. I already have the two things to be able to use Soul Servant, honestly, but we are still going to just go ahead and use the Verte effect. Ref, the Dark Magician, and of course, the Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's gonna make your Dragoon, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play the Soul Servant. So once again, since we didn't see Circle, probably just going to stack the Circle, or you could even stack, in this case, since you do have this, you probably don't want to just because you want to obviously keep one of these for Dragoon fodder, because you could also like go into a fusion if you want, like just set the fusion, use these two into the Dark Magicians, and then hope the Dark Magicians will draw you into a card that's like pitchable off of Dragoon. But I would rather use the Dark Magicians to be able to draw me into an interrupt versus like, you know, just a discard for Dragoon, because if the card I drew was pretty good and I would like to set it, I would like to do that. So not going to do that. And just a quick little shuffle here. Get my board to cut it. And then this circle here that I grabbed off the Soul Servant is going to get stacked. And then I'm going to go ahead and banish the Soul Servant now, and I can draw two because I have DMG and DM in the grave. Awesome, so that drew into an Ash. That's actually pretty decent. So then we can play the Circle, and let's hope that we get a Soul off of this. Oh, we did not see Soul, but we did see the Fusion spell. So this is now a live play if we want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add me the secrets for now, and then I'm probably, because I have Judgment, I'm gonna value the Judgment over the second Circle, so I'm gonna stack that. So we do have this play if you want, so now you can go ahead and set the secrets, so then you can make your Dark Magicians on your opponent's turn, and then of course if he plays another spell card, you're going to be able to draw into the Judgment, and you can immediately set that, so that's pretty good. And obviously you can keep the Ash for an actual like Ash, you know, for an effect that is actually ashable, or you can just use it for Dragoon. Obviously, ideally, you would probably prefer to actually use it as an Ash, but hey, you got to pick your poison here. So yeah, so this was last test hand that I am going to show you guys just to see some consistency. Very, very consistent to make Dragoon, honestly. So yeah, guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's test hand video. Remember to like the video. Remember to give us a comment. Let us know what your favorite card in the deck is. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing day. And until our next upload, deuces.